Bark Camp Barrens is one of our quail focus areas, and one of the things that we do on the quail focus areas is an annual survey. So we've got a handful of points that are already established that we go to annually, and we'll sit at these points for 10 minutes each and record how many birds we hear and the directions that we hear them in. We're hearing the males call. Those are the breeding males, so the population numbers are going to be at least double what we're hearing. The females don't call, and this is the males attracting the females to them to start the breeding process. So anytime we hear one, there's at least one more, at least. So it's hard to equate that to exact population estimates, but you can assume for every male that there's a female and probably one or two more. First two counts of the season are always frustrating because I come out and I heard birds right there last year, and why are they not there? And I did something to mess that up. And doing this survey really helps me as a manager figure out, if they're calling from a field and not calling from another field, then they're choosing one piece of habitat over another, and it's my job to figure out why they're choosing that and to replicate that. In the past few years, the agency has really picked up on having a strategic quail plan, doing more things specifically for quail and putting more emphasis on the WMAs for quail. We look across the state of Tennessee and everybody makes the comment, well, there's just not any quail anymore. Well, the reason there's not any quail anymore is because good quality quail habitat looks messy. It's nasty and it's thick and it's overgrown and it's snaky, and that is one of the hardest sells that we have as managers and as an agency, to get landowners to understand that's what quail need. Back in the 60s and 70s, not everybody had a bush hog, not everybody had a tractor. So little corners of the farms grew up and they got messy, and when it got to a certain point, they brought a dozer in and cleaned it out. And nowadays, everybody goes out on the weekends and mows the corner of the farm. I get to look at a field and say, okay, we put a lot of time and effort into putting a fire lane around it. We put a lot of time and effort into burning it, and then came back with a gyro track and cleaned up some spots of trees. And there's birds calling over there, so they like what we did. If a quail likes that spot, it's not just good for quail, it's good for a lot of other things, but he's telling me that that's good stuff.